Hello everyone, Pam here, and I want to welcome you to my very first YouTube video. I just started my channel, and it is called Tattered Paper and Lace. So if you would, subscribe and hit the bell notification, and you'll get notification when I do other videos. So what I want to do today is show you this journal. It is massive. It's approximately 220 pages. It is 9.5 by 6, and it has 2 3/4 inch spine. Approximately 220 pages. It's massive. Lots of stuff. I will try to do this quickly, but I want to show you everything that's in it. And this is a Halloween journal. It is made from an I don't know if you can see that. It's made from an 1897 statistics book from a school board, or for a school board. I've used a lot of antiquarian stickers in here, and I have used pages from the original statistics book and just a variety of other things. So we'll start with the cover. I have some paper flowers, a little frame here framing this bug that is fastened down with wire and screws. And there's a little bit of wire here, a plate here, some rusted pieces, a little Tim Holtz charm, rusted safety pin, lace, cardboard, corrugated cardboard, some doily here. This is a Tim Holtz tiny bulldog clip, rusted washers, just all sorts of things on here. And I have this fabric that is like straps that's holding it together. It's not really holding it together, but it's like straps holding it together. And when I put this on, it was a full piece, a long piece of fabric, and I just put the two ends in, so I hadn't cut it in half yet, or cut it at the length I needed it to be yet. And even though this book does not really require a closure, I used the whole strip of fabric to go around the back and come around and hook over a hitch post. And I think that turned out really nice. Just a neat, different way to make a closure. So I have some beads at the bottom and some black lace here. And this cover is inspired by Scribbles in Time, Tanya at Scribbles in Time. She does a lot of layering on her covers, and that's not my norm, but this is the second one I have done that is similar to this. The first one was a tutorial with her and my other friend Dee at Scribbles, at the Paper Drawer. So Tanya has YouTube Scribbles in Time, Dee has a YouTube The Paper Drawer, and they both do amazing work. So this is inspired by Tanya, and like I said, it's not my norm, so I wanted to try another one. I've got one other one that I gifted to her. So it is a Halloween journal, and we'll go inside and just show you what I've got. The scrapbooking paper on the inside, and this is tracing paper with a napkin decoupage and just a label I had in my stash. There are 5 tabs. The words on the tabs are from the Tim Holtz sticker words. And I have book pages here, and I'm trying to make this be raised up enough that, because the pages are, there we go, that's better. The pages are not quite matte, and so they do reflect a little bit. So this is a book. I have several pages from this book. This is on bats, and it's on other creatures, insects, birds, other kinds of things. And we've got antiquarian stickers here. This is a placemat with just an image there. I've got coffee dyed paper. I've got spotted paper, just a lot of different things. This is from a children's book. This doily has graphic 45 images on it from steampunk Halloween something or another, with another antiquarian sticker on this. And this is a tag, a product packaging tag. I covered the name of the product with another antiquarian sticker, did a little collaging over writing back here, and the rest of what you see on this tag was on this tag. So that is tucked in here. This was a burlap doily, black burlap doily that I had. I cut it in quarters, so there's several pockets throughout. This is just a journaling card, and this is a replica of aluminum bronze powder. It actually have the original piece, and it is a waxed, it's like a heavy waxed parchment paper sort of thing. And it came with, just folded up, kind of like the Goodies aspirin powder is done. This is the front of it. This is how small it folds, but it originally had bronze powder in it. Don't know what you do with it, but aluminum bronze powder. So that's tucked in there. We have a collage here with lace, fabric, and book page with another antiquarian sticker as a little tuck in there. This is multimedia paper. I have several doilies in here, and this is a crocheted doily that just looked like a spider web to me. So I wanted to add it in here. Also like the fact that it's white layered on black, so it kind of makes it pop. Here, this is an original page from the statistics book, and I have on here a story, newspaper article. I have an antique clippings little book that has, it's just nothing but envelopes where you could put coupons or clippings or whatever from 1897. And this article was in there. I have the article here in full called Terrible Story. I'm not going to tell you about it. You'll have to just purchase the book to read the story. Anyway, it's from 1899. And so I have that included here. This is a fruit or vegetable bag that you get them in, fruits and vegetables you get in the mesh bags. And this one happened to be black mesh. They're usually red, the ones we get, but this one happened to be black. So I tore out this image of eyes and put that on top just for a little spooky factor. And this came from a book, Skull Creek General Store, tucked in that little collaged piece. Stamping here. In the middle of the signature, I have a butterfly with black butterflies on the string. And this butterfly came from the Dollar Tree in a package of butterflies of various sizes. Then I have a pocket here that was made from one 8x8 piece of scrapbook paper. It's Tim Holtz paper. And collaged on the front. And then we have a 7 Gypsies tag here. I have a tarot card from my friend Dee at the paper drawer. And then this is also from Dee at the paper drawer. And it is riddles. So this is called Brain Elixir, and it's riddles. So I have that tucked in there as well. I'm probably going to do a tutorial on how you make this pocket. This one is sewed down. You do not have to sew it to make it work. You can just glue it. You also can leave these flaps loose and just put a button here so you have a little more 3-dimension. I chose to sew this one all the way around. I have quite a bit of sewing in here, and that's one thing. It's on a roasted paper clip. This is the word rat from a children's card game, and the cards had three-letter words on it, so I just cut that one up and used the word rat. This is from a book. Napkin Decoupage with poison across it, some stamping on this doily, and there's the other side of the spiderweb doily. This technique is inspired by my friend Sally at Studio Rat. She does stenciling similar to this. I did 2 different stencils, but she will oftentimes do a collage here with stencilings, this radiant stenciling out And I liked the way that looked. So she inspired me to try that. So I appreciate that, Sally. And I hope you're watching. This is a tab made with a quarter roller. And this is an antiquarian sticker on top. This is more of that mesh bag. The word ghost came from the title of a book, which you'll see part of the book later. And this orange is another book that the whole book was falling apart. So I just pulled off the cover, the fabric cover, and let it be how it came off and just attached it here for that. I think that turned out kind of cool. And then here we have an image from the internet that I absolutely love. This is a purchased piece of ephemera. And then this is also product packaging that I made this tag from. And it's called, the product was called Charm Me. That's the brand name. And I don't remember what came on it, but I think some charms came on it. So I have that tucked right there. This is the other side of that placemat. Here are some more antiquarian bug stickers with collaging. And we have collaging here on this page as well. And this is the close-up from the same book that has the bats. This is a close-up of an insect face. And there's more bats over here. Antiquarian sticker. The other side of that napkin decoupage. Here I have a tag that is made from Tim Holtz product. These, when you get the Tim Holtz, labels and things in the package, you can get a miniature version, or a lot of times it comes with the miniature versions. I took as many miniature versions as I could to make this tag by just paper piecing all of those miniatures together. And then I added the skeleton, which is also a Tim Holtz, to be the tag for this pocket. And I let his leg hang over the top there, like that. And then we have two more ephemera pieces. This is a maze, and this is just a replica of a letter. And this is a collaged pocket down here. This is from a Reader's Digest. I believe it's a 1960-something Reader's Digest. Let's see if it says. Oh, it's 1958, so it's older than I thought. 1958 Reader's Digest, and it is an article called The Case of the Rabid Bats. And I have the article in full for you to read. And that's there, and it's on a handmade paper. Excuse me. And then on this side, I have the stencil with the faces on it, and I just wanted to add the faces. I like the faces. Then this is antiquarian sticker, and the ad here is for Haitian Voodoo Doll, and it is from a Farmer's Almanac, vintage Farmer's Almanac. So I have just added there. I just thought that felt kind of Halloween-y. And then in this pocket is an acetate pocket from a piece of acetate 12 by 12 that I have a whole lot of it, and I cut it in half, cut it apart, stitched around it, made a pocket, and have included a 1929 doctor's prescription, and a receipt is tucked in here. And there's more bats here, just some more paper. That's from a children's book on batiking or something like that, and I just hand drew these lines on the page. A die-cut tree. This owl is from the antiquarian sticker book, and I sketched the limb so the owl would have something to sit on. Here is graphic 45 with just some washi tape, some more of that stenciling I got from Sally. She's at the Studio Rat, or Studio Rat, I think is what it's called, not just Studio Rat. This is from a book called Siren, and it is just, I just thought it was neat. It's just a little bit of the, Siren is a witchcrafty, fantasy sort of young adult book, and I liked the font, and it was just interesting what it said. So that's in here in full, and then that's from a book with the lace and some book page. This is from an art book, and I made it into a pocket, and this is a greeting card that I cut in half. This little bit is all of really is what's showing from the greeting card. This whole piece I stamped on here, collaged here, and this is writing space inside. Cut the card in half because it's too big. And have that there. This is a little collage antiquarian sticker here. Some stamping with platinum ink here, and I believe these are all, well, they're not all Tim Holtz. I don't remember who they are. But anyway, neat, I think. Then this is the entomology stickers from Tim Holtz. Then here is an envelope that came in the mail. And this is product tag for a Halloween costume, a steampunk Halloween costume, and that says Spirit. That's a rough fabric ruffle on there. This is Napkin Decoupage, and inside I have the leftover pieces from the front and back inside covers that I have tucked in here, and this is a bat's face. So that's there. This is from an art book, and all of the center signatures are from this same art book. All of the art, or the art that I used, had all of the Halloween sort of colors. So, and were a little unusual. So this would be one of those. And I've used banners on the bottom of the strings in the middle here. Here is a cigar band that I just recently purchased from Wishes and Weaves. A little collaging here. We have another floating pocket on another rusted gem clip that is tracing paper, napkin decoupaged, and made into this pocket. And I have a Tim Holtz card in there with these guys and their pumpkins. Excuse my clearing my throat, it's kind of clogged up. And then over here is a photo that it's kind of scary looking, of these women. It looks almost like a haunted house with these bare limbs and things around. This shadow over here. So I included that. I thought it fit in nicely. So that's under that page where we put up on that side. We have a tab here. This is this could be Ephemera's Vintage Garden, but I'm not positive. But I've had that mustache for a while. Over here, I have made a witch from the face stencil on book page. And then on more book page, I sketched out the hat and colored in with ink, with distress ink, and then just backed it for a journaling card right here. And then we just have more pages. This is another of the bat pages. Here is another, the other side. These are actually on the page, and these two are added from the antiquarian sticker book. Then this is one of my favorite things. This page is a see-through. I have an image that is printed on acetate, and this is a book page from a very old book that the text, all the pages in the book are like this, with this border, and so the text is just this part right here of this book. So I cut that out and used a page on both sides and put this transparency in the middle, and it is see-through. You can kind of see there, it is see-through. And when you have it open this way and you have this skeleton right here in just the right manner, it looks like he is kind of, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you may can't, but it makes him look kind of skeletal. But that's really just a very neat way to do that. It is on handmade paper. So that is how that looks. And then in here is another burlap piece of the doily with antiquarian sticker and whatever that is, cheesecloth. Then we have ephemera, piece of ephemera, and the skeleton, which is a skeleton on both sides, the skull. Here is image from a children's book, and I just added some stamps for more interest. And this is a fabric flip with lace over it. And then Dee from the paper drawer had also gifted me these images of these gentlemen. This is a Seven Gypsies acetate that is supposed to go in its own kind of binder, which I do not have. I just have the sheets. And so I join two together with some vintage ticking to make it have 2 pages. So I like how that frames this man, and his real name is covered up with the words from Tim Holtz that says pharmaceutical chemist. And then on this side, this gentleman says under it, eyes fixed unwaveringly upon them. Unwaveringly upon them. That's a hard word to say. So that's there, and this is more mixed media. This is lace applique applied there. This is the statistics, one of the pages in the statistic book, and the blank pages had these interesting images in the very center. So I've used a couple of them. I like how that looks. A pocket here with one of the Dollar Tree butterflies, a piece of trim in the background, book binding, and that orange book cover here. And then in the pocket is a Tim Holtz image. I believe it could be somebody else's, but I think it's Tim Holtz. But I like the way she is looking out over the pocket. These pockets this is scrapbooking paper, but I made the pocket to look like a library pocket, but you do that with your envelope punch board to cut this part out. And as we continue on, another pocket here from Tim Holtz paper. This is a 7 Gypsies image. And then I collaged this Target envelope. I'm going to get me a weight over here so I can keep this open. It lays flat, but I've got it lifted up, so it's not as flat as I'd like. Anyway, this is from Target, one of those seed envelopes from Target, and I collaged on it. This background is art scrap where I would ink things or whatever, so I stamped on it. Tim Holtz. This is just from a book with some fabric, and this image is from a children's book with a little bit of book page down there. I like how that turned out. Here we have another art image, and it is of a cat from the same art book. And this is where the beads are attached in the middle of that signature. This is Napkin Decoupage. Here is some more of that black mesh bag, and this is 3 real feathers that were on my patio at some point. I always collect those when I see them, so that is those right there. And here is another image that's in the center of the original book pages of this book. I think those are very interesting. This is from a book called Siren, which is that children's young adult book on witchcrafty stuff. No, that's not. This one's from Lemony Snicket. And it looked like a spooky house. So that's from Lemony Snicket. Anyway, this is a collaged pocket page that my friend from the paper drawer made. So when you take the things out of the pockets, it just looks like a collaged page. So, but in each, you have 3 different pockets in here, just like this. And I added the bats to it. But I think that's really a neat idea. On this side is a pocket made from an advertising image that is in the Atlanta Journal and Constitution, a quite vintage copy of that. And inside that, this was off the cover of the book that I said Ghost was part of the title. And it's called Annie's Ghost. This was also on the cover. And if you look at this close, right here is a ghostly image, which is Annie's ghost, I think. I read the book. I can't remember now what it was all about, but anyway, I like the way that looked and put that in that pocket. This is from the book, the Siren book, here. Here is some collaging, another image from, I think it's a composer's book. This is called Undertakers with the antiquarian sticker. This one, it says, a strange visitor admitted he felt creepy. So I don't know if he felt creepy because somebody else was creepy or if he's just creepy. But anyway, Doesn't matter. I like the way these acetates here frame this skull and frame the picture. So that's kind of neat. And this skull is from the antiquarian stickers. A pocket here. This is made out of a black envelope that I cut apart and, fashioned into this. We have a wax seal here that is holding down two white feathers, the smaller one and the larger one. And this is embossed and then inked over. Inside, I have a scrapbook sheet. I have another Tim Holtz Halloween children dressed for Halloween, and this card that is scrapbook paper that is just feathers with some tulle at the top. And then another collage sort of thing here with the black mesh bag, and this is an antiquarian sticker underneath. Then over here we have a quote. It says, "We are all like the bright moon. We still have our dark side, or darker side." And I think that this name is Kali Gibran. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. I'm not familiar with that person, but I wrote that quote from somewhere. It was in my stash. So we have the moon over here, kind of an angry moon. It's Tim Holtz. And the black cat is from some other stickers I had somewhere. So that is there, and this is on the handmade paper. Then over here, I have another image from the Siren book, and this is an octopus sort of creature. And this writing is done with a stencil and graphite modeling paste or texture paste. And you just put the stencil down and you do the modeling paste through it. So it has a little bit of shine, which I don't think you can pick up on this camera. But it has just a little bit of sparkle, which would be the graphite supposedly in there. And it's kind of a dark charcoal gray color. So you can actually kind of hear the texture of that. It is textured. So I love the way that turned out. And this is like a computer stationery sheet with a picture from a book on the other side. This is a sticker and some scrapbooking paper, Tim Holtz rub-on, napkin decoupage doily on both sides. This little tab says unseen. And inside this pocket, which is another bit of that doily, it has three tags, three pieces of ephemera. They're all from the same book. This one had two interesting images on either side, so I kept that one. It's a nice weight, so it's pretty good weight. Don't have to worry about it at all. And then this is another image from the same book, and this man has seen that he has a skeleton in his closet. And then this is two ominous-looking lighthouses. And in this pocket is made with a Tim Holtz flashcard. It has a photo of Edgar Allan Poe and this decorative feather that is black but has been painted silver. I didn't do it. I bought it this way. And it looks like it was painted through a stencil that looks like the mesh bag that I've been using. So I thought that was a kind of a neat thing. Those tuck in there. Here's another gentleman called Everett Payne. And on this side, this guy, look at his eyes. Oh my gosh. It says, "I believe you're scared." I would be if I saw him in a dark alley. Anyway, I hope nobody's offended by using these images. I just thought they fit in well. Here is some stenciling from using black texture paste. This is from the Siren book. The sticker is from the Antiquarian sticker book, but that's like an ad looking for messenger rats. And this is washi tape torn. I believe it's Tim Holtz washi. Antiquarian sticker here. Some more Tim Holtz washi tape that's torn. Stamping and another applique from just my stash. This is the inside of this signature, and it is from the same art book. These tags, ticket thingies, are labels, like poison labels for different products. So those are tucked in there. I grunged this up more. This is more texture paste. This bag is attached here as a tab, some collaging over that, and in that is this just a piece of paper for journaling, and then this is antiquarian sticker, washi tape, antiquarian sticker. Then this was a happy accident that I was able to attach these bags because I had done a collage that was like Medusa. I think that's the one with the lady with the snake hair. And it turned out good, but the colors were really bright. I used the antiquarian stickers to make it, and the colors were just too bright, and I couldn't make them be dull enough without making it too dull. And I didn't like the way it looked in this book. It just didn't fit. So I took that page out. I kept the collage. I'm going to use it in my collage book. But it allowed me to add this bag and this bag to the piece of page that was still left. I purposely left it so I could add something. So I have added these two bags. They are empty for you to put your found objects and your peculiar things that you've collected go in these two bags. And then here we have, this says, "If I Were an Undertaker." That's what his little name thing says. And this is a tag that Dee from the paper drawer gifted me. And this is a washer, rusted washer, that I have on both sides that this tag is tied through. Then this says, this gentleman, it says, "A much misunderstood gentleman." So we have more napkin decoupage here and here. This is advertising from a whole roll of wallpaper that is nothing but vintage looking advertising that was wallpaper. So I cut them up and I've been using them. And this is a little piece of lace here, multimedia paper, an image from the Siren book, stamps and things here. Then this is another interesting thing I did that I thought turned out really well. And this is also on the handmade paper. This is the same border from the same book I used for the transparency, but this, I cut the excess off the edge and I cut the inside bigger. So, and then I added these washers with this free-floating card in there. And I believe this is the Pisces. This is a playing card. I put two together. And this idea, I was inspired by Lori Marie Jenkins. And I believe her YouTube is called Lori Marie Jenkins. So I just did that on both sides. Some more texture paste stenciling there. Antiquarian sticker. Then here is from Charlene Sherrod. I had purchased a journal sometime back, and she had included a tag that was a shaker. So I decided I'd make one for here. And I used another Target envelope. This is the one with the window. So I took and cut out the other side to match and put acetate in there so I could make this window. And then I just have collaging with fabric, stickers, whatever on there, washi tape. And that's tucked right there with just a ephemera piece over here. And this is a belly band with another piece from the Siren book. And this is a map of the Isle of Siren. And I just grunged that up. It tucks right in here. Then here is some hidden journaling spots and hidden places to tuck things. So I made this. There's like 6 pages inside here or so. And I just put this photo on here to make it be a tab so that I could make my closure. And the closure is on the photo. You can see where the photo came from, a photo album. And tucked inside, I just have put in here, this is a postcard from an art gallery, a check from 1887, another check from, oh, my lighting is not very good. I think it says 1866. First National Bank of Allentown. So that is tucked in here. This is another prescription, doctor's prescription from 1929. And then this is a piece of foreign money. So that's tucked in there. And then you've just got your other pages that you can journal on, attach things to, and then you can just close them all up with this closure, just like that. And then there's just, you don't even have to open it. You can just flip it over to the next page, so you can do some hidden things that's not readily available to the casual viewer. Some more acetate from Seven Gypsies, and this is another page from the almanac. This on this side is just some doodling I did on a book page. So I liked how it turned out, so I thought I'd add this in. This is some transfer from a silicone butterfly made with silicone caulk in a fondant mold. You just lay that on there and it transfers nicely. Center of the signature, another butterfly with black butterflies on the string. More transfer here. This is an image on a children's book page of this owl from the internet, and I've just collaged with rusty pen, this little red looking washer. That's more of that orange book cover, just various different things. And it's on a tattered doily. And then on the other side of this children's book was how to write an invitation. And this is an invitation from room 1 to room 2 for a Halloween party. More of the Seven Gypsies acetate, little collage here. Some Dragon Supply punch outs, stamping. And there's Napkin Decoupage. And these are molds from the Antiquarian sticker book. This is just I already had the oval piece of paper, and I just punched out one of the dragonflies. This is the negative of that, with some ink behind it so you can see some color through. Some stenciling with doily here. This is a fish that came from the internet. It was a sheet, like a 5x7 sheet that had all of these fish on it. These sort of look prehistoric looking to me. So I cut them out and used various ones throughout. Some antiquarian stickers there for that little collage. This is from the Siren book, and it is intact, the whole bit of this, and it is, I believe, if I remember correctly, was like the story of somebody's abduction in this book. So that's all intact there. This is just a piece of, this was like invitation paper. I just have the one piece, so I attach it to another sheet with, I don't know, washi or tissue or, washi. So I have that here, and then this is the flyleaf of another book, and this may be the book that had the orange cover. I don't really remember. But anyway, I like it because Sarah has signed it, Jimmy has signed it, and Susan has signed it. So that just was kind of a fun thing with a rub-on here. This is some chipboard chipboard bats here. This looks like a weary traveler from this book. This is kind of grunged. This is from this book is Burial Ground. So you've got all these skeletons. Have another pocket here. A little bit of collaging here. This is a journaling card with the clock on it. I added the witch, and I added this image from a book here. And then this is another Tim Holtz piece with these children all dressed for Halloween. So that tucks in there. And this little dog face is from the Antiquarian stickers. And then here I have, with this rusted bulldog clip, I have an obituary that was in that clippings book. And this is another 1929 doctor's prescription. Tucked in there. Some more of that stenciling that Sally from Studio Rat inspired. Some doily layering, more of those fish. Here is another pocket with another one of those decorative feathers in here. And this is another photo that, I don't know why you can't see these very well. Maybe you can. Another photo, there was writing with ink on the back that seeped through the front but their eyes, if you can see that, are also blacked out. These two people, I don't really know why that was. Some sort of something, maybe double exposure or something like that, but it made that picture be kind of spooky looking. Little witch from a children's book here. This is another siren image, and this looks like a witch, but she's on a barnwood plank, flying instead of on a broom. So I think that's kind of interesting. This is from the Antiquarian sticker book. This is from that art book, and these strings have bits of tattered fabric on the ends of those strings. This is just a little collaged tab here that makes this pocket on the back side, which this is a stamp. This is from the same book that had the bats and the insects and birds, and this first reminds me of the Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds. But this looks like people. It looks like ladies in white dancing around, but it is actually birds. It is white birds. I guess it's the same birds as these, but these don't look white. So anyway, I thought because that looked like a group of ladies in white, that might be a cult or something. But anyway, so I included it. This is an image from the internet. This is a paper bag I got in Happy Mail a long time ago when I first started doing journals. And it fit perfectly here, so now I'm able to use it. And I just made a little scrappy pad here with some trim across the top. And if my lighting's not very good, I apologize. I can't seem to get it just right. So here, again, pocket. And this is 2 labels for Pepper Up Potion and Slug Repellent. Those are tucked in there. More of those fish. Then we have some layering doilies here. This is a collage. This is a prescription here. This frog is an antiquarian from the Antiquarian sticker book, and this lens is an optometrist lens, and that came from my friend Dee at the Paper Drawer. And then we have an owl with some black lace, some fabric with that lace, and more of the burial grounds. The other side of that fly leaf, more napkin decoupage here, and that's the burial grounds, and that's the burial grounds. And so we come to the end, and this is a hidden spine. So it lays flat. It's not hollow, but it will lay flat. Lots of writing space, about 220 pages in here, that's not including the acetate or the doilies. But this is a piece of that book that I was taking the orange pieces off of. So there's some more children's names here, which I think is fun. So that is tucked behind this pocket, which I am calling the pocketbook pocket because it sort of has the shape of a pocketbook. This is a letter that, well, it looks like a letter. You can't really read anything, but it looks like a letter from 1893. I got that from the internet, and it is printed on parchment paper from Hobby Lobby that you can get in a package of about 10 sheets. So that tucks right in there. I've used that mesh bag on this pocket, and this button looking thing right there is a washer with micro beads glued in the center. And then under here I have 2 more flashcards, and what I will also tuck under here is I make a little envelope with a card that goes in the envelope that has my name and the date it was made, the book was made, and that was handmade by me. So, and the name of my YouTube. So that will also be in this part of the pocket. So that's the end. And back here I also have a little handmade label that I put on my books here as well. And then this, and I chose not to glue this all the way down. That way you could, if you don't like that, you can cut these off and finish gluing them down. This book is available. if you will email me at the email address I put in the description box, which is tatteredpaperandlace@gmail.com, we can get together on you getting the book. So if you are interested, please let me know. I would like to thank Tanya at Scribbles and Time, Dee at the Paper Drawer, and Sally at Studio Rat for their encouragement on starting a YouTube channel. So please go and subscribe to their channels and watch their videos. Also subscribe to my channel because this was my first video, and I hope to get some people watching. I've got some ideas, tutorials I'd like to do, have other journals to show, so I probably will be posting another video next week. So if you will like and subscribe and hit the bell, you'll see more from me. And go to those 3 people that I just mentioned and subscribe and hit the bell for them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.